Wee! Oh my goodness, thank you, Jinxie. Thank you, Jinxie. Thank you for the raid. Hi, everybody. Come on in, the water's fine. Good morning, Damon. Good morning. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, it's a red in Cave RP this morning. As you guys can tell, I hope you had a wonderful stream. Let me see if I can get a shout out going to you, honey. I didn't even get a chance to put myself into the city. You nabbed me that fast. You nabbed me so fast. You're like, gotcha. You did, you got me. Alright, alright. Let me get you. Let's see if it'll actually be. My bot is not being behave. It doesn't like me. My bot doesn't like me. You'll have to forgive me. My bot is being a turd. I have to smack it and get it going again. Guys, make sure you check out Jinxie's stream. She is an amazing streamer, and she rocks a lot of different games and different stuff, and she's one of the best streamers that I know. So guys, make sure you guys check her out. My shout out is not working at the moment, so it's being an absolute shithead. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there this morning on what my bot's doing. Yeah, I can't get my bot to come up. I'm gonna have to smack it with a stick. I will. I'll have to get with Beta on that later on today. I plan on asking him to help me get things fixed. Alright, honey, you have a good rest. Get some sleep. And hope to see you later, sweetie. Alright, guys. Alright, we're getting ready to get this going on. Let me refresh my chat here. Here we go. I'm gonna try to make my phone call again, but you know, somebody wasn't answering the phone. Somebody isn't paying attention to In City.
For Mr. J.
Hey, Mr. J.
What's up, Brett?
Not much. I know that I had talked to you about having a discussion with you at one period of time.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any way that you'd be available this morning at some point?
Oh, absolutely. I'm free right now. I just left the gym, so.
Gotcha. Would you be willing to? I'm not really used to churches. You know, I've never been a churchgoer. So if there's a place, yeah,
it's just a location. So if you want to meet me somewhere, I'm currently at the pool hall.
I don't know where the pool hall. You mean billiards?
It's pool hall, billiards, whatever.
Yeah, let me grab my Hellcat. Maybe I can get you to go for a ride with me, because you know me, I'm better talking when I'm driving.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright, yeah, let me go grab it. I believe it's up here in Sandy, and then I'll be there shortly. Thank you, Mr. J. I appreciate you.
No worries.
That's right, Red's needing some guidance. She is needing some guidance. She's going to the very wise Mr. J today. She's been planning on talking to him for a hot minute, but this schedules haven't really aligned. So, but she's always been very friendly with Mr. J. So it makes a lot of sense that she would go to somebody that she's known for a while. That would probably give her at least a mostly unbiased opinion on some things that are, you know, percolating in the little redheaded brain. Percolating in a redhead. I'm not sure what's up with you, dude. I didn't do it for once. Yeah. That guy is acting traumatized. I didn't do it. I didn't do it for once. I didn't, guys. I promise. Let me get the Hellcat out. It's my favorite thing to drive, so... poor Red, guys. She goes through a lot. She does. And her life changed majorly here recently, so she kind of feels a little bit off. And so yeah, she's concerned. You know, I think most people would be whenever their life changes in 180 degrees. So I think it's a valid thing to, you know, for her to feel different than she did before. I'm trying to show a lot of growth in the character. One thing that I've always believed is that your character should never stay the same, 100%. I mean, there's always the basis of a character, but growing your character can be really hard. And I don't want her to stagnate and just be the same person forever and forever. I want her experiences to shape her. And I try to show that her experiences have shaped her through RP. See, what most people don't understand, at one point, Red was actually a cop. But she lost faith in the system for a couple of reasons. And these were very much role played out at the time. It's always something I've maintained is that I want my character to stay playable, because it's with a roleplay character especially, it's very easy to kind of I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the idea of role-playing yourself into a corner, and you basically roleplay your character into such a position that you don't feel like your character can continue, and it's kind of like a little crucible that sometimes your character can't continue being role-played as they are, and you have to change with something with them to be comfortable on them again. And I call that role-playing into a corner. It's something I always tell people to watch out for. I'm hoping that soon that we can do another roleplay 101 class here in Cave City. Just so I can walk through people some stuff in background and stuff like that. Because I would like to help people, you know, grow their characters in different ways. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And I think it would help some people that haven't considered that it's easy to roleplay yourself into a corner. You have to be... So whenever I interact with Red especially, I try to show that things matter to her. Like, it's... Oh, seriously, to me it's a game, but I don't treat it like one, and she doesn't act like it's one in City because it wouldn't make sense. To her, everything is very serious. It's why you guys might have noticed that here recently she's been getting a little bit more, letting her hair down a little bit more because she's been around JJ. JJ actually enables her to relax and just have fun and be silly, which is actually something that I'm really enjoying about that RP, because it is making the character different than she's always been. She's a little bit less serious at times now. She gets silly now. And she's never really had a super silly side. Which is really refreshing, because it's something a little bit new and, you know, different that she can be. And it's also kind of an enjoyment thing for me because she's lighthearted enough to do so. Which I haven't been able to roleplay in a hot minute. So that's really nice. I'm also edging her back more towards the criminal side of things. She went Civ for a while. And so I'm taking, like I said, there's a lot of shifts going on with her right now. Even personality-wise. Her personality is shifting because she's so overwhelmingly happy with her life right now. And at the same time, so completely unhappy. She's happy in some aspects of her life, but other things are really bothering her. So I think that's like, I try to make her like a multi-layered character in that. It can be quite difficult to do. Growing your character, having growing pains for an actual character can be really difficult. I think I drove right past Billard's. I don't know if any of that makes any sense to you guys. Hello? Hello?
Oh, hello. I saw you. I'll be right down. I'm getting off the roller coaster.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard the roller coaster going. Mm, interesting. Since I'm gonna be driving.
I put muscles to group together that I probably shouldn't have. Sorry about hanging up.
No, you're fine. You're
So,
absolutely fine.
yeah. I heard something about Hellcat, so I have racing harness and brakes.
Are you saying you don't trust my driving, Mr. J?
You're the self-proclaimed worst driver in the
I
city.
am, I am.
So yes, Hellcats and racing harnesses. Yes.
All right. Well, let's get in the car.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Things have been such in flux lately, Mr. J.
Oh,
Like
I get you.
everything's changed. It's been
This
completely
city
different.
has turned itself upside down in the last couple of weeks. Tell
It
me about it.
has, and so I don't know how much of the news you caught recently. Um, I'm getting married.
Yes.
Um,
Again.
yeah, again, I got divorced. And I thought okay, so I thought that relationship was gonna last forever, but in the
We
long
always
run,
do.
yeah, I know. I thought it was gonna last forever, and then it didn't. And I feel like some people blame me for leaving him, and actually, I know some people do because they've told me as much. But I can't be apologetic for falling in love. He
With
left.
somebody else.
Yeah,
Right.
he left, and he came back, but he left for a long, long time.
Oh, I know.
And I was fucking miserable. And
Hmm.
I didn't plan on falling in love with my best friend. I'm gonna be real. I did not plan for that even remotely, and it really kind of took me
But
by surprise.
your spouse should be your best friend. You're confident, the person you
Yeah,
can go to.
I don't keep anything from him, and it's like that's terrifying in a way because I've always kind of I think even in my first marriage I held back, and I don't with JJ. JJ asks me a question and he gets 100% red, you know.
Yeah.
um, and I feel like that's super strong, but I don't know how to deal with all these people that are unhappy with me. And it's like
That's. I want to tell you something. If somebody's unhappy with you, that has nothing to do with you. It
uh,
has everything to do with them and their thinking of the situation. You know how everybody always tells you, don't take it personally? It's the same with the good. It has nothing to do with you. You're still red. You're still the way you are. Whether they think about you good or bad has nothing to do with you. Just them and their mindset about a situation that they're thinking with their emotions and not their heads. But
yeah.
we're human, so
I
we think
mean,
with
I'll be
emotions.
real. Sadie told me that she was kind of upset about it, and that really bothers me because I think the world of Sadie. You know, she's been a good friend. She was really there for me a lot whenever everything was going down. But I'm not gonna apologize for falling in love. I'm not. Yeah, he's my best friend. He's my other half, and for once in my
We
life, I feel
can,
at peace, and I've never felt that.
and you know what? I'm gonna tell you again. Don't be bothered what by anybody else thinks. You're comfortable enough to not have to hide anything from JJ. You feel at peace, and I've always seen you wound up uptight and just strung up with everything. And for you to say you're at peace about something. How are you telling me or anybody else that it's wrong?
Oh,
Like
I
you said,
know. It's
Craven disappeared and didn't leave you word. Basically, he divorced you in that. So how did you leave him?
I mean, I don't want to hurt
That
Craven. That's my big thing, and I've even told him as much. I had a conversation with him the other day. I told him, I said, "Listen, I hope in the future we can be friends." He really is a good guy. He can be a great guy when he wants to be. Right now, I think he's kind of lashing out because he's going through a lot, but he can be a really good guy, and I wish him well. I'm so content for once in my life. Like, I've never felt like this content before, and it's a little scary. But like everything changed. Like I feel like I'm even with everything that's changed in my life, like all the
hmm
big differences. I'm
yeah.
still fucking content. Like I feel like I should feel displaced. I should be unhappy. I should be miserable, and I'm not. And I
That's
don't.
oh my. That's because that's what you're accustomed to. That's what you're accustomed to, the role you play,
Radio check.
and to not have to play that role, to be able to be 100% red with JJ confuses you. You haven't had that with any of your previous loves, whether it be Craven or the Beach Bum, and this is
Yeah,
also.
Poncho. Yeah.
But see, here's the thing I try to say is no
Good
matter
radio
how
check.
the
Sorry.
no, I get it. No matter how the relationship ended, no matter the terrible things that go on, nobody will ever be able to take away the good times you shared. And you sound like you want to focus on those with Craven. Maybe not so much with the
How are
Beach
you,
Bum,
Red?
from what I've caught so
The
far.
the beach bum
But
can honestly go jump off a bridge and I wouldn't give a damn. Uh,
exactly, saying, but again, that really has nothing to do with him. It's how you think about the situation. So you had rough times with both of them, but you think fondly one way, yet not so much
the
the other.
other way, yeah.
So
I do think fondly of a lot of my time with Craven because we did have a lot of fun. It was a little
yeah,
crazy, but it was a lot of fun. But at the end of the
you two
day,
were a force to be reckoned with. I'll
oh,
leave it at
absolutely,
that.
absolutely. But at the same time, I needed something different,
Well,
and in
you
the
are
long run,
giving yourself to each other completely. I can tell you that, just the things I've seen, just from what you all have
mm-hmm.
told me or talked about
I
with
think it
me.
was like we both held back, and it just destroyed the relationship. My fear is that I've changed so much that I'm not gonna recognize myself if I keep up. Like,
Okay.
I feel like everything, I used to own two businesses. Now I work as like a jack of all trades doing little bitty shit everywhere. Um,
So, are you happy doing that?
yes, but no.
Okay, then keep working at it. Look at it this way. Yes, are you different from when I first met you in the city? Yes, absolutely. Have you have actually become a person that I more like to hang out with, that when I'm having issues like these, I know I can come talk to you. And that's rare.
Yeah,
That's a
that's very
rare
much.
thing to find.
I feel like I changed. Like I don't want to say grew up because I think I was always adult. But it was
Well,
like I had
yes.
such a huge chip on my shoulder. I could never let my hair down
hmm
and just have a party and have fun.
Yeah, and,
And
and if JJ helps bring that out with you, go with it.
he does. He makes me so happy that it actually scares me a little that he makes me so happy. Like I asked him, Mr. J, not him asking me. I asked him. I literally like went around to all of AOD, most of his family, and was like, I want your permission. And
Oh,
they're like,
God.
what? I'm like, I'm gonna ask him. And I said, I want to do that. And they're like, but isn't that the guy's position? I'm like, screw that normal, you know?
Bullshit, it is. Girl wants to go for what she wants. Go for it.
But he makes me that
Son,
kind of
woman.
happy. He
Oh, then do it, Red. I'm telling you, Red. You're scared because he makes you so happy that you're afraid if something goes wrong, like either of your previous
mm-hmm.
relationships that I know about, how much more that's going to hurt you than say what happened with Craven or what happened with Hanjo.
Exactly. I just think it would be devastating, and it's like that scares me. Like
Don't
he
go
has
into
so
thinking that though. Here's the thing. If you think that, that's still putting it out to the universe.
gotcha.
And the universe will manifest your thinking. So think about the happiness. Think about being able to be content and at peace. And think about the love you have for your best friend and that you can be open to them. And that's what will continue to manifest, to continue to grow in the relationship.
But is it okay to be a little scared still?
Oh, yeah,
Like
absolutely.
I
Fear is your brain telling you something's not right. And it's not that this isn't right, but it is so different that what you're used to,
yeah,
your brain is thinking it's dangerous. And for
exactly. Well, and
you and
for me, it's like, so I'll give an example. I've never hosted a party before.
okay,
Never. Like I've not hosted like I've hosted events in the city, but I've never
right.
held like a personal party. And JJ helped pull me kind of out of my comfort zone a little bit, and we hosted a party at our house.
And see,
Uh,
supporting and pushing each other is exactly marriage. Seriously.
he pulled me to he's like, let's do this, and he goes, are you up for it? And I sit there, thought for a minute, and I thought, you know what, that might be really fun. And I actually had people in the house that I live in without thinking, that I need to hide all the goodies or
No, I do know what you know.
I
I've
didn't
been
feel
robbed
like that.
twice in one day.
I didn't feel like that. Like I felt secure enough to
Good.
just kind of let my hair down. I got a little drunk. Okay, I got a lot drunk. Okay,
Okay, okay.
and I got a little crazy. We did some interesting substances. Um,
Hey,
just kind of let
whatever.
our. But it was like the first time that I've like truly let my hair entirely down, and it kind of shocked me that I'm comfortable enough to do that. Because
Why?
I've never done that. I'm always so
So,
self controlled that I never do something like that. So it was a little weird for me. It was like a new experience, but
trust me, us control freaks have issues letting go and relaxing.
yes,
I know it
exactly. But
personally.
he makes me relax. Like he makes me laugh so much it's not even funny. Like every time I turn around, he's making me giggle or laugh, and it's just like this. Like I said, it makes me content. Like I don't spend my time sad or lonely, or even if he's not, or like right now he's sound asleep. Last I looked at him, he had one
Good,
sock off the bed and one sock on the bed and was snoring his ass off. And
good.
I'm
That man
completely.
works too hard.
He does, but in my past relation, and I'm not comparing men, but in my past
Right, right.
relationships, all three main relationships I've been in, I would have been like a sad, unhappy person that was completely lonely. Even, just not being around somebody in the morning. And it's like, he can be sound asleep, and I'm sitting here, smirking a little bit because I made him pass out.
Well,
Um,
yeah.
but I've not felt like that. Like, I've never felt the reassurance that I know he's gonna get up later on today and come give me shit. And just not stressed or been lonely about the fact that he's still snoring.
Yeah,
I don't know what the difference is, and I've been trying to wrap my brain around it. Like, I don't understand the difference between.
I'm not going to say perfect match, but a better match. Somebody who complements you versus competes with you. I saw a lot of competition between you and Craven, to be honest.
I can see that. I can see that. And like
It's
I said, I
subtle,
don't.
but it was. Who could do the crazier thing, you know? Who ran from the cops faster type stuff. Just this competitive side between you two. And if you don't have that with JJ, that's a good thing.
I don't feel competitive with JJ. Like JJ is just so JJ that there's.
Yeah.
I mean, how would anybody ever compete with
You
that?
don't understand. I love JJ. I mean, he is, like you said, hilarious, just a great guy.
He
But like
is.
you, don't fuck with them. You know?
Exactly, and it's like, but it's
How
like I don't
Red or
feel.
JJ respond to you is how you treat them. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah, very much so. Yeah, if you come at one of us, you absolutely can find out. But I don't feel okay. So all my life, I've always felt kind of combative with people.
Right.
And I think you know that about me.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I've always been ready to just go after somebody, and the only time I get like super combative or even feeling that way now is like, I'll be real, a couple of girls have made comments about how like whenever I'm done with him that they want their chance. And
What?
I will stab a bitch. I'm not even
Fuck
joking.
yeah.
I will stab a bitch.
Oh,
I
I know. I know.
have no problem stabbing a bitch.
This entire city should know JJ is definitely off market.
Oh, he's permanently off the market.
Right?
Absolutely. But it's like I'm ready to stab somebody at the drop of the hat, usually. And I haven't been feeling that lately, and I don't know what's kind of happening to me. It's like
Maturity.
maybe. I mean, I don't think I was immature before. I was just so
No,
ready
but
to.
your thinking processes were immature. You never had the chance to relax, to expand, to grow, to find out who Red is without being this wild child.
I mean, not really wild child. I mean, I was never really a wild child, to be honest. I mean, not in my book. That wasn't me being wild. That was just me being me. Um,
Okay, industrial sized dump trucks drifting around Legion.
okay, so a little wild.
I mean,
You
welcome
you
to
got a
my
point.
introduction to the city. You know,
You know,
I think
but
that was
I
like,
think that in a way that wasn't okay, I'm gonna say this, and it's very much the way I feel, but it's like that wasn't just me.
right,
That was that combination that caused that kind of thing.
absolutely.
But for me, it's like more like if it was just me alone, I wouldn't have done it. You know, if I'm get what I'm saying.
Yep, yep,
Um,
absolutely. And
in a
that's
way,
what
I
I'm
feel
trying.
like Poncho and me. I feel like he egged me on, a lot whenever I was with
Okay,
Poncho. Um, and like so, an example of that was Poncho very much wanted, uh, Little Miss Pris. You know, uh, pink clothing, pink super sexy Barbie doll for a girl. And then he decided basically at one point that he didn't want me to be a cop anymore. And I'm not saying
okay.
he's a horribly bad man, because he's not, but it was such a not me thing that it felt
Right.
awful.
You said pink and this and that, and I'm like, red? No.
Like, I could
No.
literally show you one of the outfits that he had bought me at one point, and you would literally stare at me, and then you'd, like, probably throw up a little bit in the back of your throat.
I
Uh,
would probably have to call Shy for eye damage.
Probably, yeah, yeah. He wanted me to
I
always wear,
mean,
like, off the shoulder tops and a lot of pink. Um,
we're talking about Britney, sure. Red? No.
okay, you take
That would
Britney's
make more
clothing
sense.
choice. You think you take Britney's
No,
clothing
I
choices
definitely.
and then like make it 3 times trashier and then put everything off the shoulder, and then put me
Oh,
with
yeah.
long curly hair, and you would have the way I looked.
He wanted a DDLG relationship, is what it was.
Yeah, exactly. But with him, I was a cop, and it's like, so we separated because he was not. When we first got together, he was EMS, but then he went crim.
Okay.
Um, while we were in the relationship, and that was kind of like the what edged me towards stopping to be a cop.
Okay.
And I used to be a lifer cop. I was a cop for a lot of years,
Okay.
and most people don't know that, Mr. J. So please keep that under wraps.
Oh, no, no,
Uh,
no. You don't understand. This is Rev J time. Whatever you say is like doctor patient confidentiality. I won't even tell anybody we had a discussion.
but it's like I was a firm believer in the law at that point in time, but
Right.
like because
Well, as a
of
cop, you should be.
as my relation with him deteriorated, my belief in being a cop went worse and worse and worse. And there were so many things that happened when I was a cop during that period of time that it just became something that was no longer something that I believed in or enjoyed. And then I
Okay.
kind of had like a breaking point happen, which I won't go into. And I just decided it wasn't for me anymore. And
We may want to get gas.
yeah. I'm heading there.
Oh, okay.
Um, but I tried my hardest um to put myself back together, and I can't regret. Like you said, I can't regret my time with Craven, but that time passed, and I
Right.
know my problem now is just that my my fiance feels so guilty about me and him getting because that was his friend. And he feels guilty because he feels like he stole me away. And I mean, that's a real thing.
N-
Um,
Okay. How did he steal you? Did he grab a gun and put it to your head and tell you love me? Did he change your free will?
no, absolutely not. Which,
He did not make you do shit.
that's the way I tried to tell him, but, he's a stubborn man. And so he's been like, I don't know, he's been odd about it.
But that's JJ. JJ may be one of the heads of a motorcycle club, but he has a heart and he has a big one.
Yes, he
He likes to
does.
see people succeed versus, going to war with them. It's like, okay, what can we do to fix this, to make this right before, we get angry at each other? He
Exactly.
he has patience up the wazoo, and I think that's where you're getting your ability to go, okay, it's not worth going after this person and, as you said, stabbing a bitch.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. But it's like he feels guilty, and it's like I want to help him with that. Like he honestly really feels guilty, and it's like I keep telling him he has nothing to feel guilty about.
he doesn't,
And
but until he realizes it, nothing we say or do would change his mind.
I said that's where my conflict is right now. I think is that he feels guilty,
Right.
and okay, it is not empty. I just filled the damn thing.
You got to put it away and pull it back out.
Hang on, let me try to refill it again.
No, I've had that issue. If you put it away, take it back out.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me fill up with the gas pump, so we're just doing jerky. We are.
Well, see, every single one of my vehicles has a jerry can. Let it
Yeah. Do
fill
you know
up
how
at the
many
pump.
vehicles I have? I would spend like all my
Red,
money.
red. You know the list of my vehicles. You've helped me import a few of them.
Exactly, but no, I feel like I don't feel conflicted about my ex because I'm
Why should you?
very well, but I feel like he's conflicted about how he feels more than me. But everything changed so rapidly that I still feel like I'm looking around, scratching my head, going, "How the fuck is this my life now?" Uh,
We all make choices. We all decide if we want change. And from what you've told me so far, that's all you've done. And in the process, you found somebody you fell in love
All right, let's see if this actually filled it. It did. Yay, we have gas.
with. Okay. Um,
Don't forget your harness.
oh no, no, it is going on right now.
I think the thing that gets me the most, Mr. J, is like things changed. My circumstances changed, and I don't mean that in a. Okay, so this is gonna sound really weird. All the time that I've known JJ, I've watched
Right,
that man go through a lot of really bad relationships while we were just friends.
right,
And it seemed like to me that a lot of women wanted to, not all of them, but a lot of women wanted him for his status as VP or because of what he would buy them or what he would get for them. And it's like, he told me, asked me what he could get me the other day, and I'm like, ice cream. He wanted to buy me a car, and I'm like, no, dear. And he's like, what? I'm like, no, dear. And he's like, but, I'm like, no, dear. I said, you can take me to the White Widow and buy me some ice cream. And he's like, but,
and
uh,
see, let me kind of wrap this up for you. He's so used to having to do stuff like that for women, like you're so used to having to do with your past relationships. So not having to do that kind of twist both of your heads, you know?
I think it has, yeah. And well, for me also, it's like me and him. He asked me to move in with him. Was where we went full on into a relationship, and we actually
Right.
we were going to take it super slow, and that was the game plan. And then that I kind of nuked that from orbit. Me, not him, which is amusing. Because he was like, I will wait however long you need, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Well, here's the thing. You have taken it slow. How many years have you known each other? How many
Yeah.
years have you gotten to know each other? Because as friends, you don't have that expectation of what the other thinks about you. It's more of a free, open communication. So, going into a relationship, going into moving in with each other, going into a marriage, you've already built that foundation with each other.
Like, I mean, I'll be real. Like, one of his exes, I actually offered to slice her damn throat. But we won't go there for me threatening Queenie. We won't go there. We won't go there.
I don't know about that situation at all. That is one Mr. J just does not need to be involved in. Hi, dear.
Yeah, that deer just, fuck that deer in particular.
Yep, yep.
Um, but so, like, it
And swag a racing
feels.
harness.
Yeah, exactly. But it feels like I feel like everything spun around 500 degrees, took 6 steps to the left, and now I'm kind of looking around, going, "Huh, what the fuck?" um,
You know, it has. And it has not just for you. The city is always in flux. The city is always evolving as much as we are. It's life.
yeah, it's just like so. Most people don't know this, but I was actually living in a garage across the street from old Stay Fresh. I'd moved out of La Fuente Blanca because it was a big old empty house except for a bunch of little squirts running around in it. But it wasn't without my ex there, it was just an empty house.
Yeah, I
And
get it.
so I moved into the garage with all the kids, even though it was smaller and it was cramped and it wasn't as fancy, it was still better than a great big empty house.
Right.
Um, and I moved us in there, and now, and of course JJ, the moment he saw it, he was like, "Yeah, I don't fucking think so." Uh, he's like, "You're moving in with me," and I'm like,
See,
"But,
that's the heart
but."
I talk about there. That's the heart of JJ, you know?
But he didn't protest the triplets moving in, or even because they're still little babies.
Right.
They're still toddlers, and he didn't protest that or mind. And I honestly, not had. So my exes haven't necessarily treated me bad, but I've never had one do little things like he does. Like, it's not the big things with
Right.
JJ, it's the little shit. And it's weird because I've had people treat me extraordinarily well. Whenever I was with two of my exes, they both were wonderful, wonderful men and treated me very, very, very well. But JJ's on a different level of that, and it's a little weird for me because I've not had somebody who 100%. How to word this? Like, okay, so I'll give an example because that's the easiest way to try to make it make sense, I guess. Um, it's like the other day, um, I was having a really bad day. My head was pounding, and JJ grabbed me up, stuck me over his shoulder, wrapped his arms around me, and took me off to a quiet place until my head was okay. Um, I haven't had that. Like, just it was the consideration. Like, he could tell that something wasn't right with me, and he was just like, "Okay, I don't know what's going on, but come on over here." But it's also like none of my exes ever wanted to know anything about my past. Okay, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like
I get you.
none of them ever were curious about like my friendship with Gabby, or they never inquired, or they never pushed to try to find out anything. And instead of pushing, JJ just kind of was like, "Okay, let's go sit up here and talk." And then he just said, "So, if you're comfortable, would you tell me about how you became friends with the little green haired twerp?" And and I was so comfortable with him that I before I've had people ask, and I'm like, yeah, not so much.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
but I was so comfortable with him that I didn't hesitate, and it was just like I didn't have any issues telling him anything about my past, and was able to like go into stuff like about my military background and stuff that I normally
Right.
don't share with anybody. I mean, you know about it, of course,
Mm-hmm.
because we've had that conversation before. But I've never been able to just relax completely and trust 100% with somebody to ever go into that. And he kind of makes me be more open because he doesn't assume I'm going to tell him stuff. And it's like that makes me want to tell him more. And it's like I don't understand. It's the thing I can't wrap my head around is what is the difference? Why? How can I be so open with one person and so closed with another? I feel like I
Um,
was a bad. I'll be real. I think the biggest thing that I'm struggling with is I feel like whenever I was married before, that I was a bad wife.
no. Um, let me explain. We've had relationships in the past. You, me, everybody. Okay. These are not your doubts. Trust me.
Okay.
Okay. Don't personalize the fear. Don't personalize the doubt. Don't make it that you were a bad wife or whatever. You both had issues. So something happened with these relationships in the past that made you have to hold back. Whatever reason, whether you got it used against you, I don't know why, but whatever you sensed that told you to hold back, you don't have with JJ. And you're not a bad person for that.
I feel
Is
like I'm a bad person because I know I did hold back in the relationships, and I don't know why I held back, which is the thing I think that bothers me. I didn't even realize at the time that I was holding back, but now
because
looking back, I can sit there and go, dude, I totally wasn't sharing myself or being
here's
honestly
the thing.
fair.
Have you ever had a relationship like you do with JJ? Ever?
No, not even
So,
close.
okay, here's why it makes you think these things. Because you've never had a relationship like this, you never knew there was a relationship like this. So all that's happened is you've raised your standards.
Okay.
And that's new to you, having these type of expectations now, somebody treating you this way and whatnot. You've never known it, so it's scary.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah, it's yeah. That was a headache for me as well. Um, it's a little. I keep kind of looking at myself, going, okay, you've never told anybody about this. How are you comfortable telling him about this? He's not even expecting you to tell him about this, but you're completely comfortable with this. But you weren't comfortable with this person, or this person, or this person, or this person.
Here's the
And
question. Don't think about why you did it. Think about the fact that you did. You are comfortable enough to share whatever it is you shared. This is what I'm saying, that this is a good, solid relationship to be in.
yeah, I mean, I feel
Everything
like
behind
it's.
you is now just a learning experience.
Well, I
So
feel
maybe
that.
you
I
didn't
do.
do maybe you didn't do everything you should have in a previous relationship, but now being so comfortable, being yourself with JJ allows you to be this new person.
I mean, I really. So I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound really stupid. Like, I know. We call him the beach bum, right? But his name
Right.
was actually Poncho. And I think looking back, it wasn't just him that had like massive issues, it was also me. Because, like
Right.
I
That's
said,
what I'm
like, it wasn't just him, it was me having massive issues. And I'll be real, I think that it also is valid for my last marriage, is that it was not just him, it was also me, because I screwed up a lot too.
That's what
And
I'm trying to been trying to tell you. Don't throw this all on yourself because
no,
it's
I think
not.
both. I
You
think it was
both
both of
shared it.
us. Yeah, I think it
Correct.
was really much. It was both of us. And looking back at it now, it's like I can see that it was an unhealthy relationship, if that makes any
Right.
sense.
And sure,
And
you yourself were mature, but now your relationships are maturing.
yeah, and well, and slightly more immature, which is I've never been able to be silly. Okay, I have
Okay.
never 100% been able to be just silly as shit. And he I know this that sounds probably really goofy, but
No, it
he
doesn't.
relaxes me enough that I can get a little silly, get a little crazy, jump off a diving
Hmm.
board and throw somebody off into the air, which I did last night. But I've never been able to relax enough to be like that. I've always been able to chase people around Legion and stuff like that, but I've never fully, you know, so an explanation, like if I was teasing somebody or anything, I would still have half an eye out looking behind me for the knife in my back.
Of course.
And like last night, I was fully running around giving people shit. I picked up E and Salia and chucked both of them off the diving board at like a high rate of speed. Um, and was just completely. I didn't feel the need to look behind me. I
Mhm.
didn't feel the need to have that weather eye out. And I don't know if it's just that I'm so relaxed or what the difference
No,
in that is, but it's
I
weird.
had a thought. I had a thought. You want to know why you held back?
Why?
Because you always felt like they didn't have your back. You feel like JJ has your back, so you don't have to worry about somebody sticking a knife in it because you know he's watching.
It's not so much about him watching, it's more like I know that if somebody did something, that person would end up in a shallow fucking grave. It's like he doesn't have to watch because it's
Right.
like I know that no matter what, if something did happen, yeah, he might not be able to stop it because he's human too.
Right.
But he would certainly fucking make them regret every fucking decision they ever made for the rest of their fucking lives. Um, and there's a
But
kind
see,
of
you can get that from craziness. I saw the same thing with Craven. If somebody fucked with you, yeah, we won't go there. Or if
yeah.
somebody fucked with him, you would go there. But there's craziness where there is trust that JJ, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, like let's say for some reason you want to open the flour mill or whatever this is we're passing, he'll support you in it.
Uh-huh.
And that's why you don't have the feeling of having to watch for a knife in your back, because you know with him you never will. He'll always support you.
Yeah, but
That's the difference.
but the thing that doesn't make sense to me, and I guess this is the part that I can't wrap my brain around, is I knew that even Poncho would have supported me. Even Craven would have supported me in that kind of situation. But it was like, I felt like they were. Okay, maybe I'm wrong on this, but is it possible that because of what they were doing and the way that they were so guarded that it made me guarded?
Oh yeah, we are a mirror of whoever we're with, or we are a complement to whoever we're with. So, like you and JJ, you say you get to relax more. That's because he's giving you more room in that area to do so versus making you guarded or making you doubt something with him. You're doubting stuff with you. And that's because you've never had that before.
Yeah, I don't
You
doubt
said
him
it.
at all. I don't
Exactly.
doubt him, and it's a little shocking not to doubt him. Like, I expected to be unsure of him at first. Like, I honestly thought that, okay, I'm gonna get into this relationship with this guy, and I had expectations of it's gonna be this way. He's
Right.
gonna leave me. He's gonna hurt me, and I was just so instantly comfortable that I was kind of like scratching my head, going, okay, this isn't what I expected. I'm
I get it.
fucking, I'm
Like I
not
said,
stressed out.
you've never seen a relationship like this before, so how did you know that they could be this way?
I didn't
And
realize how stressed out I was before as well. Like, I was
uh-huh.
always so tight strung. Like, I'm honestly, I don't know how you all put up with me. I was such a fucking bitch.
You
Um,
were a bitch, but you like JJ, you wore your heart on your sleeve. And your bitch was again based on how somebody came to you. You honestly were never a bitch to me.
I mean, I feel like I certainly have been in the past. I mean, I
To
look at
me,
who
I
I
don't
am.
sure.
I look at the way that I was and the way I am, and it's like I don't even recognize the same. I don't feel like the same fucking person. It's
That's
like
good.
I don't know if I just like you said I matured or I just changed that much or I don't
Well,
know. And it's like I didn't want to change from the person that I was, but I'm just
okay.
so relaxed now. It's like I don't stress the little shit, Mr. J. I don't. And
That's a good thing. So you're funny. In one hand, you're talking about fearing change, and in another hand, you're talking about not fearing change.
I know, but it's like changing different aspects. Like it's
It is,
like
it totally is, which is why I'm just giggling about it.
I know it doesn't make a lot of sense. I think that's why I can't wrap my brain about it. Like I'm not afraid of my relationship with JJ, and I just got to the point where I'm completely fucking unapologetic about it. If somebody
Yep,
doesn't fucking like it, they can kiss my ass. I really don't care
that's
what they think.
that's what I've been trying to tell you. It's don't care what they think. They think doesn't matter about you and JJ. Just be a better version of you than you were yesterday. You're doing the right thing.
No, I don't know about that entirely because I don't know that I can. I think trying to be a better person has its limitations. Like I know who I am, Mr. J.
Right,
I
right.
mean, I'm a
Just like
realist
I
enough
know
in
who I
that,
am.
but I don't. I think this change is good, but I think I felt left people like swiveling their heads, going the fuck.
Oh, a lot
Okay.
of people heads are swiveling. It's not just you and Craven.
Well, and I'll give an example. Like Omar, like fell the fuck over. He's like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm asking JJ to marry me." And he's like, "What the fuck, girl?" I was like, Yeah, 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 that's totally a thing. But I I'm not gonna apologize to anybody for.
And you shouldn't.
I've had people that are like, I'll be real, like Sadie and me tried to have a conversation. I think it was last night before last, maybe. Um, and I tried to have a conversation with her, and she's like, yeah. She goes, I'm still a little upset, and I said, well, okay. And I'm like, about, and she's like, well, just like you said you were gonna wait and all this stuff, and I said, yeah. And the way I look at it is, it's really nobody else's business. And at the same time, I felt like I was being like a massive bitch just saying that. It was like, but it's like, I'm not gonna apologize for falling in love with a man who makes me so comfortable and that I'm so relaxed around. But at the same time, I kind of look back at myself and I'm going, okay, who the fuck are you and where's Red? Uh,
Well, no. Okay. Here's the thing. Why wait until he comes back? It just sounds like an expectation of manipulation to happen to keep you with him. I don't know. It just, sorry, my brain goes sideways in some places.
no, trust me, it threw me sideways too because I'm sitting here looking at this person going, okay, what does this have to do with you? You know, I mean, yes, they're a friend and family member of his, but I kind of looked at it this way: is like that was between me and him, and the fact that this person is unhappy with me, you know, they can be unhappy with me all they want. I'm
Yep.
not I'm not dealing with it, and I 100% don't want to hurt Craven because I think that from everything that I've heard, he's been through enough. He went through a period where he got like super depressed and he vanished off the face of the earth. Um, but the thing that's kind of stuck with me is that he made that choice, and
Yeah.
he made a choice. So I this is gonna sound probably extremely sarcastic and extremely bitchy, but I'm not gonna make somebody my priority who made me a choice.
Oh, yeah. No, no, no. If he wasn't putting in the same effort that you were, stepping away is absolutely the best thing to do.
And it's
Why
like
hold yourself back to
I
get to
gave up
their
on
level?
him. I gave up on him the day after my birthday. I'm gonna be real. I know people thought that I got with JJ very sudden, but like
Right.
I feel like I didn't need as much time to process because I honestly had spent so many tears and so much time hurting that I think I kind of just, I don't want to say fell out of love because I don't think you can fall out of love, but it was like I reached my breaking point and it was just I was finished. And to me that's the way I got, and it's like everybody's like, "Oh yeah, well you obviously still aren't over him." And I just kind of look at myself and I'm like, "Well, certainly feels like it to me." And
Well, here's it, whether you're over him or not doesn't matter. Just like you said, you're not completely going to fall out of love with him. Hence why you have a hope that you two can be friends at some point,
I mean, I would
you
like to
know?
be friends with him, but I also feel like it's, you know, for him especially, I think things are too raw. Um,
Right now, yeah, absolutely.
and I also
Let
think
him
that,
come to you at this point. Seriously.
yeah, I look at it, and he has been trying to be friendly, and but I also feel like people think that I'm being like this majorly big bitch about it and stuff, or flaunting my relationship. And so me and JJ have actually been trying to keep things toned down, where we're not like posting all the cutesy pictures and, you know, trust
Right.
me, I've taken a lot of cutesy pictures, but I haven't
Don't
posted
want to
them
know
or
about those pictures?
porn, cave porn coming to. No, I'm joking. I'm
No,
joking.
no, 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 no.
But no, I you know, people seem like they all have an opinion about it, and it's like,
So,
but it's like my opinion and JJ's opinion. Like, I'm so done with giving a fuck about what everybody else thinks. It's like there's my fucks. They walked that away, you know.
And see, that's just growth. Everything you've talked about, the changes that have happened, the things that have gone on with JJ is just you growing as a person, you finding out that there are better things in life and relationships than what you've experienced before. And change is scary. I mean,
It
honestly.
is. It is very scary, and it's like, and yet I feel like I'm being like the biggest pansy in the world about it. Like being so uncertain about things. Like, and I don't want to say uncertain because I really wasn't. But
Right.
even experiencing new things like the party, like just letting my
Okay.
hair down enough for that. I would have never done that. I would have never, ever
Why?
done that.
Why? The knife in the back?
The knife in the back. I wouldn't have wanted people to be in my house. I wouldn't have wanted people to be that close to me. And now I'm just like, it's like I literally stood at the door and come on in, you know. But
Uh,
it's like a different part. Kind of like woke up and said hi. Um,
you're able to let all of you shine. That's why you feel like you've been bitchy, but why you're scared that you've opened up and relaxed at the same time.
okay, so that does make sense then, because it's like I feel like it's
Yep.
weird, but it's
No.
like because like I said, I've never been a socialish person really. Like I've
No, I
always
know.
been contained. I've always been contained and self-controlled, and now I feel like I am more. I don't want to say social butterfly because I don't think I'll ever be a fucking social butterfly to be real. But like I threw a fucking party and it had more than 5 people at it, you know.
Right.
Um, and they some of them were not people that I was before super close with, and so to me it was more like a non-stressful let my hair down, quit stressing the little shit. And it
Right.
was kind of like, so it was like an example of it was like before I would have stressed out whether somebody was going to empty out the fridge. And like I was actually poking people, please go eat something and get some liquor and get a little crazy. And I wasn't stressing about, like I said, the little shit. And I don't understand how I don't want to say metamorphosized, but like changed from somebody who stressed every little fucking thing to somebody who isn't stressing the little shit. It's like, to me, that's such a huge change in me personally. And
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's that I'm just so content. I don't know what could cause that kind of thing in me personally because I don't feel like it's my relationship.
Well, okay. I do get what you're saying, but maybe to me, okay, there had to be a variable. There had to be a change. There had to be a moment when you had a change in your thinking. And who knows? Was that triggered by your relationship? Was JJ? Was that triggered by I don't know, turning over the pawn shop or whatever? Some of these topsy-turvy things have happened, but something changed in your thinking and you've seen new possibilities.
I mean,
You're
it's not so
doing
much.
new
It's
things.
it's not so much new possibilities. It's just like, uh, it was like I learned to. I don't want to say pick my battles, but like that the little shit just in the huge scope of things just really isn't something to stress out about.
No, it's not.
And I think that is something that changed without it being about my relationship. It's like that. I don't know if it was because I lost Stay Fresh and I lost the pawn shop. I don't know if it was because of losing those things. I think maybe it had something to do with it because I got so used to being a boss of everything, like dealing. I was the person that trained. I was the person that had to have the answers for everything. That I think in a way maybe it was like that changing out from underneath me. Like,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not the
no,
boss
no.
of fucking anything, and
I straight up told Danny that after the IRS seized White Widow, I one don't think it could have gone to a better person, and two, how much less stress I had not being a business owner. I'm like, you know what? No, this wasn't a bad thing. This was a good change. This
yeah.
helped me out more than my brain thought it would hurt me.
Yeah,
So,
like I thought it was gonna be like super painful, and I'll admit I miss. So out of the two
oh yeah.
businesses, I miss Stay Fresh. I do admit that I miss Stay Fresh.
That
Um,
was you being a hidden social butterfly, by the way.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Um, but it was like I miss the shop, and this is gonna sound really really bad. Okay, I miss the shop more than I do my old relationship.
Well,
That's
no,
bad.
that's
That's
not sad
bad.
to me.
That's bad. It is. I miss the shop. I miss people coming in constantly and getting paint jobs and being able to paint cars because I do like painting
Exact.
cars, but I don't. I feel like the mechanic stuff was really something that I really super enjoyed, and while I get to do that at Catch a Ride, it's just not as busy, so there's not
Right.
as much to me for me to do. Um, and I think that's an absolute kind of valid thing. But I think that because I was so, I was the one that was responsible for so much, Mr. J. I was responsible for training and hiring. And yeah, he would occasionally hire somebody, but most of the time it was me hiring. Most of the time it was me training, most of the time it was me doing this and me doing that and me doing this. And I think it made me stress the little stuff because I had this expectation of myself that I couldn't screw up.
Right.
And now if I screw up, I know that for one, if I screw up, JJ's just gonna like come up and wrap his arms around and hug me. He's not gonna get mad at me. He's just gonna be like, "Okay,
Yep.
you fucked up. Let's fix it." And I think that is also like I have that reassurance now, and I think I had the reassurance before, but it was never like a realized thing because I'll be real, my other exes weren't my best friend. Um, there was never, like I said, I held part of myself back, which wasn't right of me. I'll fucking own up to that one. That wasn't right of me. Because I feel like they did, but I didn't. But because I'm so open with JJ, that in a way, it's like you said, it's more mature. But
Yep.
it's not so much about me being mature. It's more like a more mature relationship.
That's what I said. It's
Yeah,
not that you weren't mature, but your relationships have matured.
yeah.
By being with JJ, like I said, you found out that there's a new standard of relationships, something better. And you call that growth.
Is that what that's called? Wow.
Yep.
Let somebody toss a Miracle Girl on that shit. Is all I'm saying. um.
Have it happen faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
don't
Well,
don't wish for that. Enjoy what you That's where I was
but
saying
it's like
enjoy
it's.
what you had, and just you're a better person today than you were yesterday.
I mean, the thing that gets me is like before I would have been stressing out wedding dates and wedding dresses. And
Man,
honestly, JJ could walk up to me and say, "Hey, babe, let's get married at Legion parking lot tomorrow by Mr. J," and I'd be like, "Okay, let's do it."
and Mr. J would tell you sure in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Right, right,
It's
yeah.
like there's no stress level with it. It's like I don't honestly, I'd marry that man anywhere, including in a jail cell. I mean, I don't care. I would marry him anywhere. And that's such a huge difference from how self-controlled I was. Now I don't feel like I need to be that. I don't have to be perfect. And that's like I said, that's really I think the biggest thing. Like before I held myself to like this standard of perfection, I couldn't screw up. I couldn't let my hair down. I couldn't be silly. I had to be, you know, I had to have all these ducks in a row.
Right.
And I think in a way it was also inhibiting me being maybe a fun person. And
It
I think
was.
that like I said, I kind of shocked myself by throwing E off of a diving board last night. I've never done anything like that. I've never done anything like that at all. but I didn't even I didn't even think about it. I just grabbed her and yeet. And then I turned around and did it to Sally, and literally he was like, no, 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 red, 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 no, 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 no. And I'm cackling the entire time I'm doing it. And, but it wasn't like, I didn't feel like worst case scenario, JD would have been like, really? Really? You grabbed E and you ruined her phone. He'd be like, babe, you're going to have to replace your phone, right? But there would have been no, like, hey, you were being super silly, and, it would have never been a conversation that, I know that conversation would have never happened. So it's like I'm completely able to have that relaxing moment and to let my hair down and just chill and have fun. And things have been fun in the past with both of my exes. But I've never been able to just be a goofball. And I know that sounds really probably strange, but I've never been able to do that. And it's like, so I went straight into the military after high school, Mr. J. I did. I went straight into the military, and then straight from the military straight into PD. So there wasn't a lot of relaxation or fun or goofiness.
And that's, I guarantee you, that's where a lot of your need for perfectionism and all your ducks in a row came from. All you had known since high school was law and order, yes or no. Now life is not black and white to you anymore.
It's like it's shades of gray as well.
Mm-hmm.
And not making any joke about the book.
No. No. Please, guys,
no. But no, it's like, also just, is it, okay, so this is going to be a really weird question. None of my exes have ever had any curiosity about, like, me as a person. Like, they've never wanted to know my past. They've never been curious about what happened with me and Gabby in the military. They've never wanted to know what my middle fucking name was, or how I got my nickname, or that. JJ actually took the time to ask. And that feels like he knows how I got my nickname. He knows what my middle name is. He knows what my favorite color is.
And maybe that's where you were always so guarded, is because they didn't expect it of you. Or not that they didn't expect it of you, that they never cared enough to know.
I mean, I don't want to say, I don't know that they ever cared enough to know. It was like, I don't think that they ever had any interest to know. I think both of them looked at things as they wanted to know about the current stuff, not the past. But to me, I'm a person, the past forms the present. And
it always does.
To me, the past is, if you don't pay attention to your past, then who are you? Because your past shapes you in huge ways. But I think it always kind of hurt that there was nobody that wanted to know, like, how I got my name, how I got the name Red. Everybody always assumes it's the hair, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the hair. And
no, it doesn't.
And people, and JJ flat out asked me, he's like, so how'd you get the name Red? And I'm like, well, isn't it obvious? And he goes, no, it's not. And I just kind of sat there and blinked. It was like, wait, what do you mean it's not obvious? And he
saw through it.
Yeah, he saw through the easy answer and looked for the hard answer. And that kind of threw he knew stuff from my sister, which, by the way, is a little weird that he dated my sister.
I don't care. I don't question love, okay? It happens. He wasn't dating her at the same time he was dating you.
That's true. Although, I can laugh about something, so can I tell you something that'll make you laugh a little bit? I realize now that, 3 of his exes, I threatened all 3 of them at one point in time. All of them having something to do with him.
Probably.
No, there's no problem. There was no probably about it. I threatened to slice. I'll be real. Queenie lied to me, and I used the excuse that I was mad at her for hurting JJ to threaten her with that if she ever lied to me again, I was going to slice her goddamn throat. I actually did that at a fight night publicly. I kind of expected to go to jail for that one, and I didn't. We're not going to discuss that one.
Well, you know what? You do what you think is right, and you always have. But
I'm
you
not always.
realize that not everything is about you being right, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really know where I'm trying to put that. For me, it was yes, so what, I'm right. Who cares? Is it really worth my time or effort to show somebody I'm right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
are they even going to see it if I try? So, what's the point? Seriously.
Exactly, but to me, it's very much like I feel, like I said, I feel like I'm turning around in circles, going, okay, how is this new me? I spent 6.5 hours the other day milking fucking cows. I hate cows, by the way. I hate cows.
Why?
Hate because I've milked so many of them this week that it's not even funny.
Oh, no,
Um,
I get that. I get that.
I do not like moo. They're little bitches.
Yes, they are, especially trying to milk them.
Yeah, because they want to fucking run away. Um, but it's like I, I'm kind of looking around, going, how did this become my life? How did I change from this to that? And it was such a fast change for me. It was like I turn around and I look around and I'm going, okay, so this is, and I keep having this expectation of this is the way I should feel, but then I don't feel that way, and so I think that's throwing me off a little bit. Like
Definitely.
I have like this like I should feel. Okay, so I've had people that are like, so don't you feel like dissatisfied or uh they're like, well, you lost Stay Fresh, you lost the pawn shop, you should be, you should feel disassociated, you should feel like dislocated or off or broken or something sad or something. You went through a massive divorce, you should be distraught or something. And here I am over here, whistling as I'm picking fucking strawberries. um
Why should somebody else tell you how you feel about something?
I mean, I bet people have always tried to tell me how I should feel about stuff. But it's like, and then I'm like, I'm sitting over here and just completely, I don't want to say completely unbothered, but just kind of like in my own little, doing my own thing for once. And, I don't own anything, which is actually a novel new thing for me. There's nothing that's really mine. And to an extent, yes, that I think that bothers me. But at the same time, I think it's kind of like I'm kind of relaxing and trying to figure out what would fit me. Like, in my hope is that I will find something that I really enjoy, that I'm really good at, and that it can become my thing. Because Stay Fresh isn't in it anymore. Like I went to the shop last night, got a car repaired, and I looked around the place, and yeah, I miss that shop. I do. But at the same time, it's kind of like an old friend that you miss, but you don't want to go back to.
Yeah, I get it.
And it's like I was so stressed out working there and half killing myself working there. I don't want to go back to that, Mr. J, and it feels really weird to say that I don't want to go back to it. Like
Not why.
I just want to. I'm enjoying fulfilling cave farm orders and working at Catch a Ride and fixing the occasional bike. Yes, I miss working on cars. I'm not gonna lie, I miss working on cars. But I don't feel the stress. I don't feel the expectation. I don't feel like, oh, you're the this is the expectation. You're the boss. You have to make the decisions. I'm not the boss of anything. you know.
That's why I said I was so relieved, not being the owner of
But you felt that same kind of relief. That's not weird.
No, I felt it. That's why I was like, It couldn't have gone to a better person. Danny, I think, is the right person to own White Widow. And yeah, I don't have to make the decisions. I don't have to worry about product being up to stock. I don't have to worry about why folks aren't coming in and buying my drugs. This was all the stuff that was winding me up in Recession 1.0. And it carried over, and it's like I'm just happy to be free of it. I really am. Do I struggle to put cash in my pocket? Sure, but I know I'll get there. I've done it before. I've done it a few times, you know.
But it's like I'm so relaxed now that it's
Uh-huh.
like I don't that level of stress. I think, especially running two businesses, I will never ever. Even if I start something new, I will never let myself run two businesses. It's just too much for any one person.
Oh fuck yeah, it was.
And it's like I had to be getting close to getting either burned out or an emotional breakdown or losing my shit and offing people or something, because I'll be real, even Max has been like, he looks at the pawn shop and like, I swear to God, the man was ready to ocean dump his phone last night. Like, he was
And that
awake in
you were the
city.
same way too when it came to the pawn shop.
It was hard. It was hard to realize that I was so stressed out that I think I made myself unhappy with how stressed out I was. And to be honest, I don't know that okay, so I'm torn between this. I would like to eventually own my own business eventually,
Right.
but not right now. And I absolutely would never allow myself to. I'm putting that limitation on me. I will never own more than one business. Period or
Well,
end of story,
yeah.
because I just don't need that level of stress. And it's like I realize now. Before I was like, oh no, I got this. I got this. And then I put that expectation of myself that I've got this. And now I don't feel like I have to have that expectation. And it's like I don't have to be an owner of anything. JJ's offered me co-owner of K Farms with him, and I actually turned him down. I was like, no, I don't want that. That's not me. And
Now.
it absolutely could be, but it's like I don't want the stress of it. I don't want to bust my. Okay, this is gonna sound selfish. I don't want to bust myself for somebody else's business. If I
Right.
do it, I want it to be something that's 100% mine.
Not having to do that or having to do that stuff before, now relaxed, you're able to um you're you're able to focus on yourself. You're able to do what you want without you thinking to yourself that you have to fulfill others' expectations. You're going to earn it for yourself or you don't want it.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing where I'm like, so I know that in the past people have told me that JJ's done this and JJ's done this. And I've even had some people tell me, oh, JJ has cheated on exes in the past or this and that. And I honestly, I look at that and I go, yeah, I don't think so. It's like I don't even get super jealous. Like, I mean, of course, if somebody hits on him, I'm going to knife their ass. But
Right.
I don't have any doubts of him. Like, I don't. I know that no matter what, he wouldn't go there, and there's like a certainty with him that it's really odd. I don't think I've ever had that certainty in anybody. Like I can relax with him. I don't have to own a business. I don't have to uh do anything except for be mellow and spend time with him. That's all he wants.
Yep.
Yeah, and as long as I can do that and he's happy with me, and it's like, but it's like I'm raising triplet kids and he hasn't protested them being around, or and he's so good with Gracie. It's not even funny. And Gracie's been knocking it out of the park. She's been amazing. She's a doctor now, and like that's terrifying to me because how did I ever help make something so fucking good right there? I mean, that's just insane. And but he's so good with her. He's so calm with her and helpful. And
Right.
they've already started to make like this stepfather daughter bond that I'm just like I'm in awe of it because he wants to be able to be there for her, and I've never had somebody consider that.
He's coming into treating it like a friendship instead of an expectation for her to think of him as her father. And that's where that bond's coming from.
I don't know if it's some. I mean, she's got her biological father,
Right.
but
But see,
those two are so relaxed with each other that it's like it defies expectations. Like there's no stress between those two.
right. Bec- so JJ isn't coming in to replace Craven.
Yeah.
He's coming into it more to be her friend than anything else.
Yeah, like they
Support her like he does you.
those two like are like hanging out and like chatting and talking, and I'm just like, wait, what? It's a little bit different from what it's a little bit different from what I expected. You know, it's like I didn't want to say I had expectations, but I probably did.
Oh yeah,
Thank you. Hi, Slow Mo. Thank you,
we always
Sloppy.
do.
Thank
We always
you.
have expectations, and when you finally let them down, it's strange.
Yeah, it's like I don't have expectations of him and her reactions anymore because he's already surpassed them.
And that's a strange thing. It really is to not be able to have expectations or not worry about it after somebody surpasses it, because that just tells you right there you're safer, you're more trusting, you're more relaxed. Just go with it, sweetie. Quit being scared of it.
I have been so scared of it, like, and I don't know why I've been so scared of it. Like, I literally feel like the biggest coward in the city. I'm not even straining on that one at all. Like, I expected to come into the relationship like a newborn fawn, just scared the hell out of like I was gonna get shot. And instead, it's been from day one, like, the man snuck a date, okay? He snuck our first date in. And I enjoyed myself so much that it was instantly relaxing. And it was instantly fun. And I wasn't expecting to be so relaxed, so content, so calm. I was expecting this relationship to be like my other relationships, and it's not. And it's like that. I think is the part that's throwing me into like a tilt a whirl a little bit because it's like I had expectations that it was going to be similar to my other relationship, and I don't know why I had those expectations. You know,
Because it's
but
all you'd seen before.
and then it's like then he's blown those expectations like out of the fucking water. Like nothing is anything even I mean not even close to any of my former relationships. And it's like and that's a good thing, but it's also really different. And like I don't know exactly how to react to it. Like I've never been so it's been a hot minute since I've been part of any group or family
Right.
or anything, and joining the MC has been like a little bit of an eye opener for me because it's like one of the things that they've kind of taught me is that it's not just me anymore. If somebody fucks with me, they're gonna fuck with them as well. And I've not had that kind. You know, I've had backup before, but I've not had that kind of backup. And so I think that also could that be making it where I don't have like this feeling where I need to watch my own back 100% all the time anymore.
That's what I was trying to tell you. If it's not just your relationship with JJ, it's your relationship with your new family. You feel safe, you feel trusted, you don't You said it yourself, even in the relationship with Poncho and with Craven, you felt alone.
Yeah, I did. I felt
And
alone a
and
lot of the
now you
time.
don't. And trust me, that's going to throw you for a loop without a doubt.
I have to
If you
stop by that.
haven't
You're gonna get
had
to
it.
see where the house is, because I have to stop and go in and grab some food, or I'm gonna pass out of hunger.
Yeah, I
My
could
belly's
hand you
growling.
some, but I'm not going to do it while driving.
Well, I mean, we're really close to the house. If you don't mind me making a pit stop.
No, I don't care.
No, it feels like I said, it's different, but it's good. And I don't know if it's like I said, I don't think it's entirely my relationship, but I also think it's joining AOD is been amazing. And at the same time, I'm not used to having that many people having. I'm used to having to deal with all of my shit myself. You know, to be absolutely fair, I'm used to, if somebody shot at me, knowing that I was gonna have to, pick it up and deal with it just me. And I don't have that, there's not the expectation that it would be just me anymore dealing with it.
You have support.
I mean, I think I always had some support, but not a full. I'm just gonna say I had support, but not a full group support.
Like I said, I know I'd have support if I had an issue in the city, but it's why I stepped with the families because I believed what they wanted and what I wanted were the same.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna run in and grab something out of the fridge.
Yep, no
Are
worries.
you good on food?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, 2 seconds. How is this freaking where I live? I swear to God, that still throws me. I know there is food. Or there was food in here. If everybody didn't eat us at a house and home. Which would not surprise me either. Okay, so there are some meals in here. Excellent. Hiya, guys. Oh, that was not the right thing. Oh, I swear. I'm gonna get used to having different keys to the fucking house. I swear. I've never lived in a house like this before. The house throws me more than anything.
Why?
Mr.
It's a
J.
nice house.
It's a very nice house. Do you know where I was raised?
No.
If you go to Sandy and you look at a little place called Stab City.
Okay.
That was the level I grew up in, not anything like this. So I was very at home living in a garage.
Like you, Red, I've enjoyed being in the military. I've enjoyed my time as a preacher because I get to be a counselor. I get to be a friend to people that can hopefully feel relaxed and talk to me and not think I have expectations of them or I'm judging them because I'm not. I'm
Yeah, I
just
don't
trying
I
to
don't feel
give
like you're
them
judging me at all. If anything, you're helping me work through the thoughts in my head, which is
exactly.
good.
Just trying to help you process what you got going on
Well,
inside.
and I've got a lot fucking going on. Let's be real.
I get that.
Yeah, I got a lot going on. I'm not even gonna say I don't because I know I absolutely fucking do.
We all do, even if we don't want to admit it.
Oh, exactly. But it's like now I can admit that I have a lot going on. But I think one of the things that I'm enjoying the most is I okay, so this is the part that it's like there is in all my life I've always had a bunch of strife and conflict in my life. Always. From the time that I was a young girl, I always had that kind of level of strife, conflict, There's always been some kind of fight going on or something to fight in my life. And now I don't have anything
And
to.
that's why being in a group that has your back and willing to fight for you is so different and why you're so relaxed.
I don't know
Because
if
you
it's just
don't
that, but it's
have to
like
be
there's
on
like an
edge.
absence of conflict and strife. Uh,
Absolutely.
you know, for one, that's not what they're about. Number two, there's no conflict or strife. Like, I honestly think that I don't think me and JJ have ever even had a difference of really of opinion. Where the way we handle things are so similar that like I think we had one small. I don't even think I would call it a fight, to be honest. Like, um, oh, I gotta fill up the tank. So
Again,
we went through a
yeah,
gas tank.
yeah, we've been driving a bit.
But it's like there's no strife in my relationship with him. There's no me holding back and biting my tongue does not cause it either. And I've always done that, even if I didn't wasn't asked to. I've always done that just to not cause problems. And with him, I don't have to do that, which is like I said, it's a little different. Um, but it seems like a good change. But like I wasn't. I honestly, I think the biggest thing that throws me, Mr. J, is I never expected to fall in love with the man. I kind of looked around and like, so I'll be real. The moment I knew that I had fallen for him, I felt like the biggest idiot on the planet Earth. um, I knew I was attracted to him, like before I probably should have been. There was always that kind of sense of attraction.
Well,
Um,
there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm sorry, I would never say that if I'm attracted to somebody that it's wrong. So what? I find them attractive.
yeah,
How I act on that.
is the difference, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that throws me is like so there was a time and point like I knew that I cared too much about him shortly after I had decided that my relationship was over. Um, and I realized that I cared more than friendship. And I didn't act on it because I knew I needed to process and I knew I needed to, finish the whole process of I don't want to say grieving, but in a way, yeah. Um, I needed to finish my own shit before I started something new. And I did that, and there was a time where he pulled up to Legion, and he pulled up to Legion, and he said, "Here, hop on," and he stuck his hand out to me. And I didn't even I didn't hesitate. I didn't ask him where we were going, what we were doing, what was going on. I just hopped on the fucking bike. I didn't even hesitate. It wasn't even a thought process. It was just like, I just hopped on. And then I literally sat there in shock. I like wrapped my arms around him and just held on. And I was sitting there in shock. Dude, oh, I am so much fucking trouble right now. Because I didn't, usually I would have asked, where are we going? What's going on? What do you need? How can I help? And instead I just got on the bike. And it was like, it didn't matter what it was. I was going. And it was like, oh shit, Red, you're in fucking trouble.
Why?
Because I honestly didn't expect him to have feelings back for me at first. Like, I honestly didn't think that he would. And so I took a very big chance, and he let me know he was interested, and I was like, it was like an instant relief thing for me, because it was like, okay, yeah, he's feeling the same thing I am, so I'm good there. And then it was like, he actually was like, well, let's take it slow because I know you won't be rushed. I'm like, yeah, I won't be. And then he snuck a first fucking date. Like, it was like a date that wasn't a date. Like, we went bowling. He snuck me to the new bowling alley, and he was like, let's just go bowl. And I had so much fun that it was not even funny. Like, I laughed so much that night. And
Hell, I'd be attracted to that.
And it was like I had so much fun bowling with him. We were just being goofy and bowling and laughing and having fun. And then like after we got into the actual relationship, he's like, oh, he goes, you remember our first date? And I'm like, yeah, you haven't taken me on one yet. And he goes, yeah, I did. I took you bowling. And then he kind of grinned at me, and um, and I'm just like, you sneaky little bastard. Yeah, he snuck the first date, you know. Um,
He's good at that.
he
He's
is. It's really silly though. It's like I I never expected him. I didn't. I did not expect it. And I didn't expect, like I said, I didn't expect to be this at peace and this calm and this. I've never felt calm in my fucking life. I haven't felt calm since I was 11 years old, to be real. To have that kind of calmness
11
is
is
just.
when I started stress. Well, no, actually, I was stressing by 5.
I never felt that kind of. I've never felt this kind of calm, like ever. And I'm so calm and I'm so at peace. It's like I don't even get angry 90% of the time anymore. Like, God, I must have been a hot tempered little bitch. Because people are like, dude, you're so calm. You're so chill. And it's like, yeah, evidently that's a thing with me now. So, hang on just a second. You know, but it's like, I was a little shocked that things had moved to the way that they had moved. Like, I've been enjoying it, and I, my big thing is I don't know how to. Yeah, there's people that are understandably upset at me. There is, but let's like I'm not gonna apologize for being in a relationship or falling in love. But at the same time, it's like I want people to treat my ex with an iota of kindness because I know he's going through some shit. And it's like some people are like, you know how anytime there's a breakup, people polarize and they either want to be for one person or another, kind of like teams. It's like I don't want that. And I don't know how to make it so people understand that it's not like that. You know, like some people told me, "Oh, I'm mad at him," and they're not mad at him for his sake; they're mad at him for my sake, and I don't want that. I want if they're mad at them, it needs to be something that's happened with them, not something that's happened with me. You know what I'm saying? Uh oh, did I lose you, Mr. J? I think
Oh
I
no,
lost it.
sorry. So no. My racing harness is on. Just my voice box was muted.
Ah, excellent.
Um,
But no.
no, it's up to them. They're gonna think that way. That's up to them. You're not gonna change their mind about it, but they trust me. There's gonna come a time where they'll start bringing their cars back into the shop, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't want them to
I,
do that to him. I really don't. Like I said, in the end of the day, I hope me and him can be friends. I just don't.
right,
You know,
right.
I have hopes that me and him can be friends. Like I was even friendly with Luke the other day, and God forbid that. You know,
Mm.
um, I don't think I've ever been friendly with Luke. Like ever. Me and him have never really gotten along. And like I was absolutely friendly. I let him drive my car. Um, you know, I was
If I
absolutely
didn't
friendly.
have the racing harness, I just would have fallen out the
Uh,
door.
you know, but it's like I've never. But it's like that's like I don't want to say like a new me, but it's like I'm so relaxed now that I am comfortable doing things like that, and it's like yeah, things could go badly from it, but at the same time, it's like I want people to um I don't want to say reach out to him, but just to not be mad on my behalf. And I've actually been telling people if you're mad at him, be mad at him for your own sake. You know,
Um, I'll be quite honest. I'm not mad at them. I just don't trust to come out of Stay Fresh and I won't be bombarded.
Yeah, I get that. No, I
So
mean, I
that's
look at
why
it.
I haven't been driving my cars as of late.
I get that, but I just look at it as I don't want people to think that I'm mad at him or that I hate him or because I don't. I
I
don't.
know
I
you don't.
just I want him to honestly, ideally, I want him to find what he's looking for and to fall in love with some woman that makes him as happy as JJ makes me. That's what I would like.
And that's the mature thing. So, I don't wish anything bad on any of my exes. And trust me, I have had exes that have destroyed me. But I don't wish anything bad on them. I hope they find what they're looking for. I wasn't it, but I was
Exactly what you
part
just
of their
said.
journey. I was
Yeah.
part of their journey to find out what is best for them.
I mean, I'm gonna
And
be real. Looking back at it, I wasn't what was best for him,
no,
and I don't think
he
he was.
wasn't what's best for you.
And I think that it's like super. And I think the same thing about Poncho. Like,
Yep.
I wasn't the best thing for Poncho, and I hope that Poncho has found somebody that is good for him. I hope that Craven finds somebody that's good for him. Um, I know I found my person. I have no doubts on that. I wouldn't have got down on one knee if I had doubts. Um, and I don't know how to make
Great.
it.
Now I'm gonna have to come up with the ceremony that tops the last one. Shit.
You knew what I was getting ready to segue into, didn't you?
At some
Uh,
point, I knew this
at some
conversation would end
point,
up
and
there.
I'm not gonna say when because we're not rushing this
No.
part, but at some point, and it's not about outdoing, just I eventually would,
Oh, no, no,
very
no. That's
much.
my perfectionism.
But just also, things have changed so much that I definitely don't want to rush a wedding on top of everything. I got my son's wedding that hopefully to go to in the next couple days, whenever they decide to do that.
I hope
Um,
so.
and and I don't want to take away from that. And it's like, and then Mystics is coming up, and then, but
Yeah.
it's like, and then I want mine and his to be our thing, not anybody else's thing.
Right.
Um, but I honestly, the idea of marrying that man, like I said, I'd marry him in Legion parking garage. I don't think I'd ever said that before to anybody that I would marry them in Legion fucking parking garage. Dear God. And I would. I wouldn't even hesitate. All I'd have to do is say, let's do it.
As long as it wasn't in the courthouse in front of Danny Rogers, I think that
I
would just
honestly, no,
be.
I would tell you, I would do it. If he asked me to, I would do it. I know, fall the fuck
See,
over,
that's what I'm
but
saying.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have to be like getting married in the courthouse by Judge Rogers. I mean, just no. Yeah, Legion, I can see, but
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't even hesitate. It would be like, okay, let's do it. I mean, I will absolutely take that man any way that he comes.
oh, I get it. I get it.
But it's like I've never, like I said, never been this relaxed, and it's like it feels strong, but like I said, it's so new that I'm like I said, I'm the biggest coward in the city right now. Um,
I can guarantee you're not.
mm, it certainly feels like that. I do. It's like I'm also the most relaxed, but also the biggest coward. So I mean,
No,
I'm not sure how that happened, but
you're not the biggest coward. You don't have the stupid shit to worry about. I mean, don't sweat the petty stuff, pet the sweaty stuff.
really, Mr. J, really? Okay, okay.
I wasn't always a preacher.
Yeah. I know that one. But no, I do. I thank you for talking to me today. You kind of helped me
No,
work through some of the things in my brain that I couldn't really like you telling me that it's like not my responsibility to
it's not.
deal with that. It helps because I have felt responsible and I felt a little guilty that everybody's mad at him on my behalf. Um,
Not your monkeys, not your circus, but you know the clown.
okay. That's a good way of putting it.
You know Bubbles, and the rest of it just it doesn't matter. Focus on you. Focus on you and JJ if that's what you want. And that's
Oh,
the thing. It's so simple. It's so relaxing. It's so easy for both of you to just be with each other and not have all these expectations
yeah,
of each
he
other.
doesn't. He doesn't have it. I don't think he has
Yep.
expectations of me.
And do
Honestly,
you have any of him, really?
I mean, I think the only expectation I have of him is, to kiss me a lot, and I love it when he sticks me over my shoulder. But
Okay.
that's it.
I mean square freaking expectations, not just the lovey-dovey ones.
No, there's no expectations. So,
See, and that's the thing. That's why I say you're comfortable and relaxed. And no, there is definitely nothing wrong with that.
alrighty. Well, I'm going to actually go try to get some work done at Catch a Ride instead of
Okay.
being a lazy bum all day. Um,
I'll meet you up there. I've got a suburban that needs some work. So
alrighty. Well, I'm heading up there to go clock in now. Um, you know,
yeah,
yeah. No,
I
I've.
I'd open up the pool hall, but when I tweet out, nobody shows.
Well,
It is what it is.
exactly. Yep. Yeah. Oddly, I feel better. I do. I feel better. Hmm. That's weird. I've never talked to somebody that I would consider a preacher. Red, you're weird. Red, you are weird. Weird, 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 weird. I do feel better. I feel like things make a little bit more sense. Hmm. Maybe I should talk to Mr. J more often and stuff like that. He gives good counsel. Note that to yourself, Red. Hey, sorry about that, Mystic. I was talking to Mr. J for a little bit.
All good.
I'm headed up to catch a ride now. What are you up to?
At the clothing store changing.
You alright, girl?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna have to repair the Hellcat because my inability to drive has struck again.
Yeah, mine does that all the time too.
Yeah, perfect. Ooh, squeeze that one. Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on, Betsy. You can make it. Come on, Betsy. There's a good girl. Come on. Let's be at the little car. Let's see. Did I check the catch a ride order? Not catch a ride order. K Farm orders. Words. Words today. Words today, Red. Come on. I think I had enough coffee this morning. Put it on a pot for JJ, though. Oh, it's been around?
Not that I've seen.
No, I just saw the flannel car, and usually flannel guy doesn't go very far
Oh,
from
no,
his
no,
car.
no, no. That was here when I pulled in.
Okay, I say flannel guy usually doesn't go far from flannel car. All right, Mr. Did I get
the
his?
Suburban so much I bought two.
Oh Lord.
Yep, dead serious.
All right, can you give me keys, Mr. J?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I
Thank
want
you.
to tell you too. I've been telling everybody, Mystic, all of them. If you do a custom plate change on your vehicle, make sure it's empty before you do, or the guys will steal your shit.
Yeah, the fairy steal your shit. Yeah, I know.
The cave tuner mechanics, yeah, those guys.
Yeah, that's been known for a while. I thought you knew that, Mr. J.
No, no, I didn't. Oh well,
Live and learn.
yep. Fuck it, go buy another. It's stupid stuff. It was like lock picks and toolkits and some pot and whatnot. Not like it's stuff I can't replace, but I didn't know that, and I had not been informed of that. But it caused me panic for like half a day until I realized what had happened.
Gotcha.
I had to go back and watch my GoPro footage And it took me 2 hours, but I watched it from the time I flew in until the time I noticed the shit went missing. It shows me putting it in this truck, and then it shows me getting the license plate changed, showing up, talking to Brittany, opening the trunk, and it's all gone. And me going, where did I put that shit? Because I swore I could have put it in the back of that truck.
Yeah. I've never done anything like that. I promise. I promise.
Yeah, I did not know about
I
it.
might have
so
stuck a
I've
gun
been
in my
telling
Hellcat before I renamed my Hellcat
Oh,
license
no,
plate.
no.
So I knew that one. Yep.
Oh, yeah, no. I didn't know that one. Yeah. But again, like I said, fuck it. It's like nothing I can't replace. A gas can, some bags of weed from Danny's shop, a gold pan. I didn't lose anything special like one of my heavies or anything like that. Um, Speaking of stuff like that, you still do the leaded stuff, right?
Yep.
How much are the harnesses?
That's unleaded.
Oh,
But
is it?
yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's Mr. Max. You need to talk to on that. However, I can sell you them if you absolutely need.
Well, I just have one and trying to figure out the price so I
It's
can
50K.
figure out 50K a pop. Okay.
Yep.
And shit, now I forgot the leaded stuff.
Um, yeah. There's some leaded stuff, but I'm good for the leaded stuff.
Okay. Like the boosting or the Kindles and
The squirt guns. Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
Uh,
right.
do you know what your stock is currently?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm thinking about finally replacing that shotgun.
I have no stock at the moment, hardly at all. I
Okay.
do have a couple shotguns, but that's the only thing I have in stock. I don't have any ammo, or I don't think. I'd have to go look on the ammo part if you're looking for
Okay.
that. I do have
I'm
a couple
looking
of
for both.
shotguns, but I don't have any heavies or revolvers. I'm gonna wait. So the island man who supplies me only comes around every couple weeks, and
Okay.
yeah, stock is low at this point.
So what I'm looking for is a shotgun and some shells.
Okay, that sounds good.
That's it. So
There you go.
when Max is and you are available, because like you said to me last time, you need him to open the shop.
Yep.
Um,
I'm not
so
comfortable with opening the shop with it being him the owner.
right,
Um,
no, I completely get it. Like I
Me
said
and
the
him have
last time,
talked
no
out that
worries.
stuff really well. Yeah, I think eventually I'll be okay with opening it, but it's his shop. I don't want to do anything without his permission.
Exactly. Exactly. I get it. But that's what I'm looking for. So what's the
He was
price
nice
on
enough
that?
to keep me on, so he could have fired my ass, and there wouldn't be anything I could do about it. So yeah. So a shotgun would be. I'd have to pull up my. Give me just a second. Let me grab my deal.
Sorry to bug you. Yeah.
No. I just gotta pull it up. Hang on. I keep it on this notepad. I'm not technical. I'm not technically savvy, so.
No, I get it. Plus, paper's easier to ditch before the cops get you.
Well, I just keep a cigarette lighter in my bra and poof.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Poofka. What evidence, officer?
Yeah, exactly. Looks like 300K for a shotty.
Okay, and the ammo?
Ammo is. Let me find my ammo listing here. Shoddy I sell for. I've been selling for 1,000 a dill for shoddy ammo.
Okay. So I'll probably get 20.
But I don't. I know that
myself
prices may
if you
be
have 'em.
adjusting. I know I have to talk to the owner, the new owner, about
Right.
pricing, because he may change stuff around a little bit. I don't know.
Okay.
But that's the base
Down.
prices that I know now.
Okay.
He may make some
Yeah,
things cheaper, some things more expensive, but with him being the new owner, we haven't really detailed any of that yet.
no worries. I'm just as soon as the you and the shop are available.
Yep, I just have to wait for him to come in today.
Okay, okay. I'll be around most of the day. I'll definitely be flying back in after storm. So,
Alrighty, well, that's, yep.
did you charge me?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, then I paid because it's not in my eyes. I completely forget. I mean, you could probably charge me 2 or 3 times and I wouldn't notice.
I wouldn't do that to you, Mr. J.
But yeah, I was so happy. I threw my harness on. Um, and just opened her up. I was doing 160 by the time I hit Elgin. And when I came in, I jumped over another car who was driving in the same lane as me at the stop sign. He was
Oh
sitting
my
at the stop
goodness.
sign, and I jumped clean over it. Didn't land on it, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but... Alrighty, Mr. J, I'm gonna go get my car. Be careful if you back up, because my car's right behind you.
Yeah,
Let
no,
me move it
I
out of the
see
way
it.
for you. Now look at that. I've damaged the engine the most. It looks like I'm almost due for an oil change, too. Imagine me damaging an engine. Probably because I need to learn how to shift gears. Come on, Red. I'm gonna get better at driving one of these days. I'm gonna check our stocks, see what we're at. No, I might go back to bed for a little bit. Go curl up, snore a little bit. Don't know. Might. Oh, there we go, big girl. Pats, pats. Oh, no, I might head to the house. Take a nice siesta. Siesta sounds good. Go curl back up into bed with JJ. I like the sound of that. Wonder if his sock fell off yet. Alright, guys. If you can't tell, this is me getting ready to end my stream. We've been going for a couple hours, and we're doing a shorter one today. I hope to do a longer one tomorrow. We're going to absolutely keep on streaming. You know, we're absolutely going to do this. I'm actually making a new follower goal, guys. So I am going to try to get 25 new followers in the next week or two. So any assistance you guys give me towards that would be amazing. Guys, if you're in the YouTube part of this, make sure you guys like and share, subscribe. All that helps. And you guys coming in and just hanging out and lurking is amazing. You guys mean a lot to me. The support from the city is always amazing. And guys, if you're interested in joining Cave and you're on one of the feeds that is not, knowing where this is caverp.com. We're an 18 plus 8 whitelisted serious RP server. Come on in, come check it out. The water's fine. And we'd absolutely love to have you. There is a whitelist application, but please let us know if you have any questions or anything like that. We would absolutely be willing to talk to you. But yeah, come on in and give it a try. We have an amazing city. We really do. Where am I? Am I going the wrong way? Yeah, I couldn't find the house with the rubber glove, and I'm so lost. Imagine being lost. Imagine being lost, guys. Yeah. We're going to see who we can raid out to here in a second, guys. We are going to absolutely raid somebody's butt. And hopefully we're going to be able to get somebody on the stream team. So we do have an active... I'm lost in life and lost in city, trust me. I'm lost. That's all there is to it. I have the directional sense of a gnat, Tyler. I am not even going to say I don't, because I absolutely do. I am no good at directions. And you get me and JJ in a car together, and it's like the lost leading the lost there. We're a little hilarious because neither one of us have a sense of direction. So it's absolutely one of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing some character growth from Red. She, a lot of things have changed for her. So she's still processing. That's what this little scene was about that we had today. With the amazing Mr. J. I'm hoping to get my shoutouts to working better, but giving a shout out to Mr. J for the amazing RP. He's been kicking butt and taking names with the Cave Ministries role, and I think that's a super strong role for him. So I wanted to make sure and kind of showcase that he is somebody that people in the city are going to start going to for, guidance on some things whenever they're not so much uncertain, but just need another opinion or somebody to talk to and drum ideas off of. And I think that's actually a super cool thing that I've never seen in any other city. This, like, having a designated people or group to do that. And I think that's a lot of coolness and a lot of fun. That's not your typical gang bangers meet gang bangers and fight. It's a little bit more involved than that, but it's like, even though a lot of it was for Red at the current time was about relationship stuff, it also had to do with like her joining AOD. So I think that is I love character growth and changing my character up a little bit now and then, and having reasons to do so is always amazing. Red as a character is growing so much that it's not even funny, and her circumstances have really violently changed. She went from being a person that was temporarily running two businesses to not having her own business, so she feels kind of adrift. And it's actually something that she's learning to like a little bit, not having any expectations. So she actually is like the only expectation that she feels like she has right now at all is to AOD, and that's just to follow the bylaws. And but she knows exactly what those are, so there's no guesstimation or questioning of what she should do. It's this way. Here you go. And so she's more relaxed than she's ever been. And I love being able to roleplay that with her because that's something Red as a character has never been as relaxed. Like, she's never just been mellow. So being able to have a new vibe with her is a lot of fun. I love this new mellow vibe where she's not afraid to have a party or to get drunk even. Like, she's never done that. So she never gets completely she never relaxes to that stage. So it's something new to bring to my RP that I think I'm enjoying a lot of. Now we're getting ready to raid out, guys. I'm going to take a look and see if there's anybody on the Steam team going right now. I'm going to take a look here in a second. We're going to see if... Oh, that's not the right place. I turned too early. You guys can laugh at my inability to find my house with JJ. Because, again, sense of direction is a thing. Tyler, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me, Tyler. Sense of direction, the blind leading the blind here. I don't know how I missed this house. It's super big and it's like very obvious. And I still miss it. Alright. Oh, look. Alright, let me see if anybody else has got their stream going. Yep, let me see. We're gonna see if anybody else is going. If somebody else is going, we're going to raid into them. We will raid into somebody else. We're gonna get somebody. Who are we gonna get? Who is going right now besides me? Is there anybody going right now? Is the question. That is the question of the day. Is there somebody? We're looking. We may have to just check out a friend of mine, because I don't see most of the people that I watch come in, and I'm not seeing most of them today. I'm not seeing most of them today. We might have to catch another one of my friends today. We don't really have a lot of people out going live right this second. So guys, we're going to raid a good friend of mine. I know who we're going to raid now. We're going to go check out a friend of mine. He is an amazing streamer, and he's a lot of fun. And I'm seeing if he's actually live right now. You know, he absolutely is not. Figures. Okay. You know what? I'm looking to see if there is anybody that I know anywhere that is streaming. It's such an early morning stream that I'm looking. Okay, I'm looking here, guys. We may not be able to stream out to anybody. It might be a thing. Let's see if anybody at Gaming Cave is streaming out right now. Let's see if anybody here is going. We're gonna see if anybody's going from the gaming cave. We're gonna check and see. We're checking a bunch of them out to see if anybody is going. I don't have everybody from that group going yet, so okay, let's check here. We're checking. Like I said, we might have to stream somebody else that I know who's a really good streamer, because I'm not seeing a lot of people streaming right now. It's too early. It's early. Guys, it's early. There's not a lot of people streaming at the moment. Yeah, let me see if there's anybody that I follow that is. Alright, so we're gonna actually raid into somebody who is somebody that I very much admire as a streamer. I wouldn't say he's a friend of mine, but I do think that he is an amazing streamer. And that is, his name's Lucky Ghost. He is an Elder Scrolls Online streamer. And we're going to go ahead and hit him up and bring him some good vibes. Throw that out there to the universe a little bit, you know? We're gonna go ahead and throw that out to him for a little bit, you know? We're getting ready to switch over. It's gonna switch. If it's gonna let us. He is a great ESO streamer. He's really somebody that I watch quite a bit. Because I've learned a lot from watching him. I also watch Man Cave a lot, but he is a lot of fun to watch. So guys, make sure you give him a follow and a watch. He seems like he's a fun guy to watch as a streamer. And I always try to, watch people and learn from them. So, yeah, make sure you guys check it out. I would have rather got somebody from Cave. Evidently, it's going to be the slowest timer ever.
In Kaiju, I'm down. Hey, Wickedly, thank you for the raid. How's it going today? How's your stream? Necro, you want to raise a family, but Bethesda won't let you? Dude. It's, I don't know what it is. Why, what's their thing against Necros, My favorite MMO of all time? Dude, the one I always say the one I'm not burnt out on at the moment. That's my answer. I like a lot of MMOs. I think a lot of MMOs are great. And, it kind of just depends. Been pretty good. Did GTA stream, but wanted to come by and bring something good out there. Love your stream. Hey, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. And thanks for the drop, man. Or for the raid. A GTA stream? What do you normally stream? There we go. see here. Cave RP and ESO. Oh, no kidding. I'm new to ESO Live. Oh, okay. So Cave. Wait, what's Cave RP? Because I know, like, you know, GTA RP. And I know, like, Wild RP. What's Cave RP? Look at there you go. It's 5M. Oh, it's GTA RP. It's a GTA RP server. Okay, got it. Okay. Nice, man. Cool. Shout out to, guys, check out Wickedly if you want to ever see some like GTA RP and also a new ESO player. Cool, man. Cool. How are you liking ESO? You said you're new to it? A lot of new players, a lot of new faces coming into ESO right now. It's really cool to see. People finally coming back, giving the game a try. What was it that got you interested in it this year? Brand new, just started last week? Level 5? Hey, nice, man. We need more Therianthropes. Werebear, werebear, were crocs, were lions, and were sharks. I mean,